Welcome back to our exploration of the Black Knight satellite mystery, where we delve into the captivating and contentious history of one of ufology's enduring legends. In our previous installment, we introduced the notion of the Black Knight satellite, a purported extraterrestrial craft that has allegedly circled Earth for millennia, sparking the fascination of researchers, enthusiasts, and conspiracy theorists alike. In this article, we'll plunge into the initial sightings of the Black Knight satellite, spanning from the late 19th century to the mid-20th century, and examine how these sightings piqued the curiosity of some of the era's brightest minds. How did Nikola Tesla reportedly intercept signals from the Black Knight satellite in 1899? Nikola Tesla, a visionary inventor and engineer, conducted groundbreaking experiments in electricity, wireless communication, and radio. In 1899, while operating a laboratory in Colorado Springs, he experimented with high-voltage, high-frequency currents and transmitters. During these experiments, Tesla claimed to have intercepted mysterious radio signals, which he believed originated from extraterrestrial sources. In a letter to a friend, Tesla expressed his conviction. "I have a deep conviction that some of them are of planetary origin. The changes I noted were taking place periodically and with such a clear suggestion of number and order that they were not traceable to any cause then known to me. The feeling is constantly growing on me that I had been the first to hear the greeting of one planet to another." Tesla was convinced that he had intercepted signals from Mars, deeming it the most likely source of intelligent life in the solar system. Despite devising a plan to build a transmitter for potential communication with Martians, he never actualized it. Some proponents of the Black Knight satellite theory assert that Tesla was, in fact, receiving signals from the ancient alien craft, making him the first human to establish contact. How did Norwegian engineer Jørgen Hals observe long-delayed echoes in 1928, attributed by some to the Black Knight satellite? Jørgen Hals, a Norwegian engineer and amateur radio operator, made a peculiar discovery in 1928. While transmitting radio signals over long distances, he occasionally received echoes delayed by several seconds or even minutes. Unable to explain this phenomenon through known natural or artificial causes, such as atmospheric reflection or terrestrial interference, Hals wrote to his friend Carl Stormer, a mathematician and physicist. "I have for some time been working on short waves, wavelengths about 30 meters, and have made an interesting observation which I cannot explain. Sometimes I get an echo after 3 seconds, which is normal, but sometimes I get an echo after 15 seconds or even longer. It seems as if there is something out there that sends back my own signals." Hals and Stormer speculated that these long-delayed echoes might result from an unknown object in space reflecting radio waves back to Earth. Although they considered various possibilities, such as meteors, comets, planets, or moons, none seemed satisfactory. Enthusiasts of the Black Knight satellite propose that Hals and Stormer inadvertently detected the presence of the alien spacecraft in orbit, with it somehow bouncing back their signals. How did amateur radio operators in the 1930s report mysterious signals believed to be from the Black Knight satellite? During the 1930s, amateur radio operators worldwide reported receiving unidentified signals on their receivers, tones, Morse code, or human voices speaking in unknown languages. Some speculated that these signals were secret transmissions by foreign governments or military forces, while others believed they were evidence of extraterrestrial communication. Duncan Lunnan, a Scottish astronomer and science fiction writer, claimed to have deciphered a message from an alien probe near the Moon in 1973. Lunnan asserted that he had analyzed long-delayed echoes recorded by Norwegian radio operators in 1928, the same reported by Hals and Stormer, revealing a hidden pattern indicative of a star map and a greeting from an alien civilization in Epsilon Boötis, a star system about 200 light-years from Earth. Although Lunnan later retracted his claim, admitting errors in his analysis, the story had already captivated the imaginations of many Black Knight satellite enthusiasts. How did the U.S. Navy track an unidentified object in orbit in 1954, sparking speculation about the Black Knight satellite? In 1954, 4 years before the launch of Sputnik 1, the U.S. Navy declared it had detected an unidentified object in Earth's orbit. Tracked by the Navy's Dark Fence radar system, designed to monitor Soviet satellites and missiles, the object measured approximately 15 feet in length and 3 feet in width. It orbited the Earth every 104.5 minutes at an inclination of 79 degrees. Unable to ascertain its origin or purpose, the Navy suggested it could be a natural phenomenon like a meteoroid or space debris. However, some media outlets speculated that the object might be a secret Soviet satellite or even an alien spacecraft. Aviation Week and Space Technology went so far as to describe it as a mysterious satellite, emitting radio signals monitored by the U.S. Air Force. The magazine hinted at a potential connection to the strange signals reported by amateur radio operators in preceding decades. The Navy eventually dismissed the object as a false alarm, attributing it to faulty equipment or human error. Nevertheless, some Black Knight satellite believers contend that the Navy did, in fact, track the elusive alien spacecraft, attempting to conceal its existence. That concludes this article. In the next installment, we'll continue our exploration of the Black Knight satellite mystery, delving into space-age encounters with the enigmatic object from the initial photographs taken by NASA astronauts to purported transmissions received by ham radio operators. Stay tuned for more.